Hello, Knights fans. We're back here right before the NEC Tournament with Coach Greg Herenda. Coach, let's start with some breaking news. The Northeast Conference just announced its All-NEC team.
Right.
Darian Anderson, junior guard, second team. Stefan Jiggets made the third team.
Yes.
Talk about your starting backcourt and what this means for them.
No, I'm just so happy for Steph. Darian's gotten a lot of recognition. I think he was picked first team All-Conference. Last year he was, all-league conference tournament player, and him and Earl. But Steph has been the silent cast member of our crew, and he's worked so hard. He had a tremendous summer where he just got into great shape, and he just does so many things for our team. He distributes the ball, he guards really good players, he rebounds, he makes shots, and he wins us games. And I'm just really happy for Stefan Jiggets. And Darian just continues to be a really quality player in college basketball, not only in the Northeast Conference. His brother played at Villanova for Jay in the Final Four, and we were lucky to get Darian Anderson here from St. John's in D.C., and I'm just really happy for Darian, and hopefully that'll catapult them into conference tournament play.
And now the big thing here with the NEC Tournament on the horizon.
Yep.
Your team started 8-1 to start the conference season. In the back half, you scuffled a little bit with the 1-8 record. How do you try to get back to the team that was playing that such great basketball?
Well, I think we just need to win a basketball game in a place that we've won basketball games. So that's a good thing. And I think really whether you're playing really good or not going into the tournament, like last year we weren't playing good and then won 2 games. This year we conceivably could have won the 2 games at Robert Morris and St. Francis. But I think if you ask any coach in our conference, Wednesday night, you can flip a coin on every game. I mean, they're favorites for sure, but the games are going to be ultra competitive, and I'm confident. We just need to transfer. We just had a great practice, and we've had great practices. We have to transfer practices to game-like conditions. We kind of likened it to Tiger Woods. Like Tiger goes out in practice rounds and shoots really low numbers, but you got to get on the stage and do it. And that's a hard thing to do, but we've been on the stage before, and we've excelled, and we've won the league, and I've got a number of guys that have won this thing so that they know how to do it. We just need to, finish games. We were up 8 at St. Francis. We were up here by 6 against Mount St. Mary's. We need to finish games, and maybe, if Malik just gets it off his if his fingernails are a little bit shorter, you beat Robert Morris, and if Zuza doesn't make the 3. So, you know what, at the end of the day, last year we were 11-7, this year we were 9-9. We've had a number of guys out, and so does Wagner, and so does everybody. But we lost, significant players, and I know it's March. We're still finding ourselves, and hopefully it's not too late.
Yeah, and up next is Wagner here in the quarterfinal. Last year you met him in the championship game, meeting him a little bit earlier this season, but it's a team you're very, very familiar with. What do you want to see in that atmosphere as March Madness kicks off?
No, I think it's a TV game. We have, buses and, planes, trains, and automobiles, people going to the game. I think it's going to be an exciting opportunity for both teams. We both, are fighting for the same thing. We won it last year. They didn't, so they're going to be just as hungry as us, if not hungrier. And we talk all the time. And I just read the Equinox last night. I just happened to pick it up on the way home. And my last line was how much respect I have for Wagner. They play so hard. They're so well coached. They're tough. But we've developed this into a really, really good rivalry. And when I first got here, I don't think we beat Wagner forever and ever. But now it's back to where we're relevant again. And I think there are 8 teams that can win this thing, and I think ourselves and Wagner are 2 formidable opponents on any given night, and it's going to be another war over in Staten Island, and I think everyone's looking forward to it.
And lastly, big week for 2 of your former assistants. I know you take a lot of pride in your roots and coming up through the coaching ranks. Talk a little bit about those 2 guys.
Yeah, you know what? Really special. I told my staff the other day that my assistants have way better records than I do. Tom Glynn, Division III coach up at Nichols College in Dudley, Massachusetts. They won their first ever conference tournament championship and their first ever bid to the NCAA tournament. And they go down and play Newman University, who one of my dear friends, Jim Rulo, is the head coach at Newman. But then my first stop at Elgin Community, Reed Nosbish and the Elgin Community Spartans won their regional championship and are going to the national tournament for junior college in Division II. So it's just good to see that my friends are successful, and maybe I had a little something to do with it, but I just, they're my friends, and I love them, and I'm just so happy for them. It's championship week, and anything can happen, and I told them, they all told me, now it's your turn, and obviously it is our turn, and it's going to be a tougher road now that we start, on the road, but it's March, man, and anything can happen, and with these guys, behind me, I still have a tremendous amount of faith in them.
Yep. So the Knights head up to the Spiro Sports Center on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock to take on Wagner College in a rematch of last year's NEC Championship game. Coach Herenda and the Knights will tip off at 7:03 p.m. That game can be watched on MSG and also on NEC Front Row. For all information about the game and the FDU men's basketball team, head to fduknights.com.